Coach Manny Nowak. Hello, it's Coach Manny here with you again today, and it's great to be here. Although today's subject might not be that great, because we're going to play is probably the wrong word, but we're going to talk about tough times. Because I think a lot of people today are dealing with tough times. Tough times make you better. Of course, you see the website, you see the phone number. If you need us, I'm Coach Manny. Please connect with us because we're here to help. But I want to talk today about, are you whining or are you winning? Why is it that this tough economic situation has created some real powerful successes? Why is it you talk to some people and they're doing great? Why is it that everyone's not whining and sitting around talking about how bad it is? Because tough times make you better. And we are dealing with some tough times. So today I'd like to go through a list of 7 things that many of you out there might be dealing with, and you might need a little help, and you might need to look at it a little different. So let's get started. What about losing the big account? I've talked to a number of people who their number one account all of a sudden is gone. And they're stunned and they're like, what happened? I didn't see it coming. Well, first of all, let's understand you probably didn't see it coming because you weren't looking. Big accounts are great. But sometimes after a while, we take advantage of them. We don't treat them as the number one account anymore. We don't make them feel special. We don't keep their prices in line. We don't do all those things. And then one day somebody comes in and knocks us out. So what is it you should be doing once you lose that big account? Should you be whining about it? No. What you should be doing is looking at accounts 2, 3, 4, and 5 and saying, what do I got to do? What did I do wrong here that I don't want to do over here? And how can I fix it? Number 2, what happens when cash hits 0? What do you do when you run out of cash? What is it you can do? Well, first of all, you need to be watching your cash. It's the most critical thing in your business. And if you're just now finding this out, you're in trouble. And the one thing you're going to learn from this is to make cash important. And right now you got to figure out, how do I get some cash? Because without cash, you're not running. Remember that. So let's not focus on the fact that I don't have any cash. Let's focus on how do I get some, and let's learn from this to watch cash moving forward. Number 3, customers seem to be buying less and less. All you have to do is go to a networking event if you want to hear people sitting around whining about how customers just aren't buying what they used to do. My question back to you, what are you doing? What innovative thing are you doing? What are you doing to get customers to buy? People still need stuff. People still need stuff. And if you go out, watch the retail market, watch what other people are doing, watch what their competitors are doing, watch what the new people in your industry are doing, and go out and do some of it. Because guess what? You can pump sales. They won't pump themselves. And I think too many of us got spoiled over the last 20 years that sales start pumping themselves. Those days are gone. Number 4. What happens, and this is a hard thing to do, when we have to cut employees. But it happens to all of us in business. And the first question you have to ask yourself is, how well did I cross-train my teams? How well do people know more than one thing? Can I take this person and move them out and still get their job done? Big learning point, isn't it? Future cross-train. Second thing, the people out there that I work with that are most successful are those who are lean and mean. They're not making cuts. And they're not making cuts because they've never added fat. So learn the lesson. Run mean and lean. Number 5, You know, and it's a hard thing for us to face. What happens when you can't pay your bills? What do? How do you handle the situation of, you know, I need to pay these guys, I can't. Well, first thing you need to do is pick up the phone and talk with people. Just like when people can't pay you, isn't it amazingly good if they call you? Won't you be willing to work with them? Won't you be able to try to work it out? When you can't pay your bills, communications becomes the most important thing. Don't lose your vendors, because you're going to get through this. You're going to make it through. You're going to come out to the other side. And those vendors that you've worked with and that have stuck with you, know they now are really important to you. So work with them. Slower, 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 people pay. People just aren't paying, are they? And you know, we can't really laugh about it because so many people are paying so slow. And it's just that circular effect, isn't it? If I don't get paid, I can't pay. If you don't get paid, you can't pay. And it just keeps going around, and it's happening. So what are you doing to try to collect some money? Who are your vendors? Okay? Who are your vendors that you know are going to be around? That's what we looked at on that side, right? Now on this side, when you're dealing with customers, who are your customers that are solid enough that you know are going to be around? Who are your customers that you're going to be able to still do business with, that you know you're going to make it with? Who are your customers that you know have a better chance of paying? Look at that. Always understand that and learn this important lesson. And all my clients will tell you the same thing. Get your money early, quickly, up front, whatever. The day of total credit, I don't care what your industry does. Get as much early. That's how you handle the problem moving forward. Start getting your money up front, getting your money earlier. But let's work those people. The ones, call them up. You know, just like you got to call people if you can't pay, call them up. Take a proactive role and say, you know, what can we do here? How can I get some money? And finally, there's no new business, Manny. Come on. Well, how much sloppy do we get at times with new business? How many times are things rolling so well, we're getting so much business from our base, we're moving, we're going, oh, new business, I don't need any of that. And then all of a sudden one day, you hit the wall, just like right now. And you wished you had got new customers when things were working. So always, no matter what happens, remember that. Get new business. Tough times make you better. These things are things that we all have to deal with. Get tough. Don't be like the people sitting around the networking events and wherever whining about these things. Be proactive. Take the things that I've shown you. Implement them. Work with someone who can help you, because tough times make you better. Those of us who are going to be here at the end of this recession, we're going to be so good. It's Coach Manny, always here to help you and take you to outstanding. Thank you. It's always my pleasure. Have a great day.